Good afternoon, this is D.W from Florida. Hello again, guys. Hi. Don't know if you can see me there. This is my F150 XL 2005 model, and I use this for business work. You know, it lifts in heavy duty stuff. But the problem we've been having is juddering, shaking, sluggish behavior from the engine. And obviously we've had this before, and so we know what we think it is. So we took it into Auto Parts, and Auto Parts did a diagnostic test on it. You know, plugged the unit in, told me spark plug 4, spark plug 7 was misfiring, and which was leading to other things. So I decided to make a quick video on what I actually did and how I did it. Now, for those who don't know the spark plug, the cylinder numbers on this 2005 and I think 2006, 2007, I think they're the same. Spark plug starts on the left hand side. As you're looking at the engine, the left hand side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the 8 there is probably the hardest one, I would say. But you never know. It's, to me, I've done it now that many times, it becomes natural. Now, on this engine, you've got obviously your air intake above. So first thing is to remove that, because as you can see, everything's in your way. You can get to 5. You can get to 6 and 7 easily enough. 8, yes, but it's a bit of a struggle. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 is actually easy. So I'm going to start with this side. What I did is pull this latch off, this collar, took this off, took this unit off, unscrewed there, unscrewed that collar, put push this green button down and pull out. Then I moved all this unit away, put it to one side. At the same time, cleaned out the filter with an air blower, compressive air, to clean it out. Once I did that, I then popped this piece off there, pushed that through, disconnected this cable. Took the 3 bolts there, or the screws, these 2 here, so there's actually 5 you take off, plus this one here, 6. You don't take this all the way out, it just then slides off. So what I'm basically doing is I'm moving all the stuff that's in your way out of your way, and you just obviously you then start seeing what you can get to and how you can get to it. I did disconnect this connection here, which, as you can see, it leads in front of some of the coils and spark plugs that we need to get off. So disconnect that. Then you've got a clear run near enough to get your 5, spark plug 5 or cylinder 5, 6, 7 and 8 there, which is a bit difficult, but you can do it. Then with this side, I literally disconnected all the wiring, just pull the plugs, pull them out, everything, push it to one side. This is your coolant for your radiator, and it has got coolant inside it, so you don't need to take that out. Pull the sensor off, and that's part of this wiring loom here all the way down. So I took them all out, all the way down, moved them to one side, took this filter off here, or this air intake I think it is, pull this off, that gave me a clear look at all the coils, all the cylinders. I then unscrewed each cylinder head, which is this one here is a number 7. But if you can get these little packs where you can adjust, they're good. You'll need you'll need a pack of 3 of those, different sizes. So I undid those, the little bolts there. Once I'd undone those, obviously all these the wiring loom was already off. I pulled those out. Then you need one of these. Now this one is, I think it's, let me just check, what number is this? Trying to look, 5/8. So that's a 5/8, and it's a long head. And that piece of tissue is because the actual inside there's a little a bearing which was not sealing, so that just slides off too easy. So I just did it to wedge it on. But that length, like that angle, gave me enough to get to the back to push down in cylinder 4 to then untighten the spark plug. Sorry, I'm waffling slightly, but I'm just trying to do 2 things at once. Okay, so once you've taken out all the coils, and you start taking the actual spark plugs out, what you'll find is with these spark plugs, if you've got a magnet, the proper magnet where you get the magnet touch the end and it pulls out, that's great. But what I've found is a straw does exactly the same job. Now I'm going to do this, let's see if we can do this right. When it's inside the cylinder, I push that onto, so when it's facing down, I just push it on. Obviously the spark plug won't be moving. And then I pull it out, as you can see. So I don't need to spend money on a magnet to actually do that. And then when I'm putting a brand new one in, obviously first of all I put the lubricant around the thread, all the way around the thread with the new one, and then I just push it back in, turn it until it gets fixed that I can pull off the straw like so. Obviously just use one hand, and then that goes inside and tightens it up. But really that's as simple as it gets. Now you can reuse the spark plugs if they are decent. I mean, I think these went in probably a year ago, but I've literally changed all 8, but kept the actual coils at the top, kept all those, changed them around. So where I was having a problem with number 4, I now have that at number 1, just to see if it happens again. I can reach number 1 easier for the boot. I think they call it a boot or something like that, a boot or a coil boot, whatever. So really that was it. Once I'd taken everything out, now this, as a slow process for someone who's never done it before, I will safely say you are talking a good 3 hours, 4 hours of slow process, because you're taking your time. You don't know what you're doing. You just want to make sure you're doing it right. But at the same time, when you've got obviously this air filter up, you're going to clean out the air filter, and if it needs a new air filter, put a new air filter in. If it doesn't, and you've got one of those compressive air guns, clean it out, get the dust out. Clean out your carburetor, Get a cloth, clean inside, see how if it's oily or greasy or dirty, black, whatever. Just give it a good clean. And then obviously once you've put everything in, put everything back. What I did is I started one side, took all this off, did all those, took them out, put new spark plugs in, changed around the heads, cleaned everything out, gave the heads of the, obviously it comes in two parts, this. Oops, the rubber, sorry about this. It comes in two parts. That slides into there and clips on like so. But make sure you pull these off, just bend it and it'll come off. And then put it back on when you're finished. But clean inside, because that's where, just in there, that wire, it gets rusty inside. Just get a wire brush in there and turn it round and round and round until it cleans the head off. Then put everything back together. So like I said, I started with that side, finished that, moved all the looms there, made sure I could get in front of everything, took the pipes off. If you want to take pictures beforehand, take pictures. You can look back so you don't mess up, but it's simple enough. They can only go in certain positions, certain angles or whatever. Do your spark plugs. If you can afford all the bushers, if you go online and buy those cheaper, the rubber bushers or the rubber coils, then do that and change them all out and start fresh. But like I said, 4 hours, you've done, and you'll feel better knowing that you've done it yourself. The spark plugs that I've used are the Motorcraft, which Ford always recommend. There are other styles. As you can see, this is the number here. I think this is one. This is a NGK, which is another make. So I think that's it. I'm one of these. Just try things. If you've got time on your hands and it's going to save you some money, do it, because you could be paying up to $500. To get all these taken out and let someone else do it, or up to $700 because if they're buying the coils. So that's me done. I've checked it. Let's just go inside. I did do a test. Oh dear, this is an old vehicle. When I put let's see. If the lights come on. See, the engine light was coming on before. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Let me just show it. It's only got that. See how dirty it is. I've got light coming in through the window, so that's terrible. Yeah, right. So one thing I had to do is to reset that light is, take the positive off the engine, leave it off for a bit, like, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Then put it back on, start the engine, that light will go off. So if that light comes back on for any reason, you're going to know, you can take it back in and have another test and see what is happening with the fault. Now normally if it's sluggish behaviour, rough feeling, driving rough, bouncing around or whatever, it's going to be something to do with the spark plugs misfiring because it's suffering. It's trying to get, ignite, but it can't because it's, they need replacing. So that's my little 2 penneth worth of information for you. If you want to subscribe, please do. I'm shy of 1,000 subscriptions, so it would be great if I could. Might even be able to make a bit of money out of this one day in my life, I don't know. I do these videos for my kids as well, so that if I'm no longer on this planet, then they can look back and say, that's how you do it. It's lessons to be learned for kids, lessons to be learned for everyone, really. So subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, thank you anyway. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Ask me questions, ask how I did things. I'll be grateful to answer them So you guys take care. Have a great day.